Okay, guys. Hey, how's everybody doing today? So, as you might have noticed, everything has changed in the art layout. That's because, like we ran into with the old layout, things just stopped working when I put my face on the camera, so we're just going... I had to redesign this quickly, so not quite what I want to make out of it yet, but we'll get there. Anyway, today what we're going to be doing is we're actually going to be working on a school project I've got going, where we basically have to make 3 scripts or screenplays, for a web series. Oh geez. For a web series that we're doing, and then have to film. And every group member has to do it, and then we pick the best one. So I've written a total of, I think, like 5 scripts in my life thus far. I don't hate it, but it's not my most favorite thing in the world. Mainly because it takes a lot of effort for me to like sit down and think of a cohesive narrative and world and kind of characters and stuff like that. And usually I don't have enough time frame to properly develop everything the way I want it, and so it ends up just kind of not really living up to what I want. So, basically what these have to be is they have to be 5 pages long. Now, a page roughly translates to about a minute of screen time. So, right now we have not even like a minute of footage. This is a note I need to get rid of later. I'm actually using Amazon Storywriter, which is a free website you can go to and write your own scripts. You know, you don't need a subscription, you don't need anything, you just need an Amazon account, and there you go, you're off to the races. And the reason I chose this, because I actually have script writing software that I use on a regular basis, but I figured this way you guys could get, if you guys want to get your feet wet in script writing or creative writing, whatever you want to do, this would be the best way to do it, in my opinion. And so I figured, if you guys want to follow along, well, not follow along, but, you know, write your own stuff, you can. That way there's no, like, barrier to entry, because, like, the software I use is, like, $50, and it's basically the same thing as this, just a little different, a little more convenient, because I can save it and have it up in the cloud and then beam it down, but this also does that. So, like I said, I've used it before, and I like it. Just, it does things differently. It's just to prove that you guys don't need fancy software to get the job done, so long as you have something. You could even do this in, heck, you could even do this kind of thing in, Notepad for Windows, if you wanted to. I've done it a couple times. It's not fun, but you can do it. So, anyway, basically the synopsis for this, if you couldn't read this, this is basically the synopsis. I keep it here just so I remember what I'm writing. But essentially what this is I wanted to craft a love story, because I am very weak in terms of romantic, writing romance. I'm fairly okay at writing spooky stories and dramas and stuff like that, but I've not really dipped my toes into writing romance. And so I thought I'd try that. I thought I'd give myself a challenge and write this. This is called Love Line, where basically a guy is unsure about his relationship with his girlfriend. He wants to move in, take it to the next level, and he's unsure if she wants that. I haven't really wrote out the conflict yet. I'm kind of still debating if I want to do he wants to move in or wants to take things to the next level, and she's kind of unsure, and so it makes him unsure, or if he's just unsure. But regardless, then I'm leaning towards the he's unsure rather than she's unsure, because this will make more sense. But then his future self is kind of, he just kind of sees this old man sitting in a park bench, and he kind of just sits next to him, just kind of, you know, sharing the same space, not really talking. And the old guy strikes up a conversation. You know, he starts to, you know, talk about relationships and all that. And then the young kid decides to open up to this guy, kind of confide in him his problems. And then basically at the end of the story, it's revealed that he has the same name as this guy, and then disappears at the end, kind of leaving things open to interpretation of the reader to be like, was that him from the future? Because he's just gone. Like, he just, like, basically the way I want to write this, or well, the way I want to film this is have the camera follow the younger guy's head, turn to his girlfriend who's calling him, and then turn back around and say goodbye to the other guy, and he's just gone. So, yeah, it's complicated, probably stupid, but I figured that would be interesting to write. Kind of gives like a... Because honestly, the thing I wanted to do for this entire class was do kind of Twilight Zone style episodes. The first one was about was more of a drama, to be honest, but it was more about a chick who wanted to get with this girl, but this girl liked this guy, so she kills this guy to get with the girl, and her ex tries to get in there and kind of mess things up and stuff. And it was way more complicated than it should have been. It was... I was rusty with my script writing at the time, because I haven't done true script writing in about 2 years. And this has been a nice refresh for it. Basically, it was way too complicated for the time frame we have, because we literally have like 5 minutes. And that's not nearly enough time. But what I wanted to try and do was make an episodic thing where it's a 3-arc story. I was doing the beginning as the first episode, then I was going to do the second, third as, the other episodes, but my first episode didn't get picked, so I moved on. Anyway, long-winded sentences out of the way. Let's go ahead and get this thing rolling. Kinda, yeah, I guess a romantic version of Time Stopper, I suppose. Because he has, like, originally this idea spun out from another idea I had, where this kid finds a magic, or downloads a, I couldn't remember if it was, he downloads an app on his phone, or he finds a magic pocket watch. I think it was a magic pocket watch. And he has 12, rewinds, or fast forwards in time, well, 12 rewinds, I think it was. He can manipulate time 12 times before he's just done, and he joins a secret society of time goers that either can help or hinder time depending on your, preference for good or evil. And I really didn't put that, I didn't really do much with that. It was just an idea I had. Oh, now see, storyboarding is what I want to do as a profession. Like, that's my dream job. That's what I'm currently working towards while going to college, is a storyboard artist. Also doing comic books on the side, and character design. But my main, passions are character design and storyboarding, so I want to kind of focus on those two aspects. But to get my certificate, I have to do this, so yay! Kinda, yes, Sonata. I mean, like I said, I've not watched I haven't played Time Stoppers, and I don't know what Jumper is, but I just kind of wanted to make a simple... basically, we're working with no budget, and, a handful of actors, so I kind of have to keep things relatively simple for these things. Otherwise, I could go, balls to the wall, do a fantasy epic, or a sci-fi or something like that. But I have to keep things simple and realistic because we actually have to film this if it gets picked, and I'd rather not have to take a month to try and make this thing. I mean, I don't mind script writing. It's not, my favorite thing in the world. I enjoy the pre-production of, producing a thing. So, this is kind of in my wheelhouse, but I much prefer the storyboarding aspects than the shot listing and all that. It's just what I prefer. But, it's probably my favorite aspect of producing a thing, is the planning of it all. Okay, so without further ado, I have rambled on for way too long. How many lines is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we're 5, so that line is done. Okay, yeah, Kai, I use, I actually use, Highland. I actually use Highland, but I figured this is the easiest way for people to get their feet wet in script writing if that's what they want to do, because it auto-formats everything and it's nice and neat. But I prefer to use Highlands mixed with Slugline, because I'll actually type something up on my Mac on Slugline or Highlands, and then I'll put it in my iCloud and download it onto Slugline for my tablet, and write from there. See, the problem I'm having right now is technically there's not supposed to be any secrets in scripts. You're not supposed to say old man, you'd say the character's name, but that would get confusing to write, because I'd say, like, I haven't figured out this guy's name, but let's say his name's Joseph. It'd be Joseph, 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 and it wouldn't fit. I mean, I guess I could do a parenthetical with old as a prerequisite, but I just don't like it. I'm doing it my way. I don't care if it's proper. I'll fix it later if I have to. Why did you put that as a transition? That's not a transition, you dummy. Alright, forgot I had to capitalize that. That's not a transition, that's a character. Yeah, dumb. Oh, it's because I put the little brackets. Okay. Wrinkly Joseph. Okay, shoot. I have to come up with this guy's name. Quick, take it all! Okay, name generate. Or just don't type anything at all. What the heck? No, Why you no type? I'm not sure why this isn't typing. The keyboard's working, but the typing is not for the search bar I need right now in my life. So, okay, guess I'll exit out of this for whatever reason. Don't know why it wouldn't let me type, but it just didn't. Okay, name. Let's go with the first option, because why not? I've only got 2 tabs. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, what is this sweet, fresh hell? Character name? Okay, names would like to generate? Sure, 10. Go with male. He doesn't have a title. He's a single gentleman. Human, yes, please. Human, not Witcher zombie. Not really any of these options. He's just a dude. What should his birth year be? Let's go with older than me. Well, actually, I can't because he's, needing to be around our age for our actor. You know what? Screw it. We'll do 92. My birth year. Okay, American. Though I would like to see our actor do, like, a British accent. American. American. What's best describes your character's religious background? None of the above. It doesn't matter what his I mean, I guess it does, because, like, it would change the thing, but I'm going Christian, whatever. Give me a ding. Okay, and write me some character names. Is it because I'm Belmont? Alright, Michael Brown. Mickey. Okay, I can work with that. Matthew Moore. I done Matthew Moore already. I done a Moore. I don't want a Matthew Moore. I did like a Joseph Moore. Or no, a Joshua Moore. Right. Joshua White, James Martinez, Jimmy. Joseph Lopez. I've done J's already. I want something different. Daniel Roberts. You know what? Daniel Roberts. That's a good name. We'll go with Daniel. Because also my friend's name is Daniel. Put you right in this note. Wrong button. There we go. What other voices can I do? I can do a few voices. Like, I can do Smeagol from Lord of the Rings. I can do Shaggy Rogers. Honestly, that's pretty much all I can think of. If you want to hear my voice, like go different, like really trying to voice act, check out my Deltarune video, because I actually do a lot of voice acting in that for the Let's Play. I actually plan on doing voice acting as a side gig at some point once I, can. Any Disney impressions? I honestly haven't tried. Like, I've never thought about that. Like, I don't know if I can do any Disney things in general. Can't think of anything. Like, I can also do this really weird kid voice that almost sounds like... I can also get my voice to sound like Button Mash if I try hard enough. Like, if I listen to enough lines of his, I could probably do it. Try Stitch. Oh, jeez, I'd have to look up what Stitch sounds like again. Aha. I guess that's about as good as you're gonna get without me looking up references. I am Kermit the Frog. See, I can't do Kermit. Yeah, everyone I run into says I need to do radio or voice acting. And I've leaned towards voice acting because I feel like radio is just not my thing. Like, this is sweet, smooth DJ Magnus here, coming at you live from the hole in my wall. And today we're going to be playing some smooth jazz. So please sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Like, that's about as good as I can get with a quote-unquote DJ voice. Doing ASMR? I don't know what ASMR is! Like, I know what it's for, but I've never done it. And I've never listened to it. I don't know what that is. Is it just noise? Don't look it up. Okay, I won't. Let's say we did and don't. Okay, how do I start this guy's conversation off? Oh. chip bag crinkling and they're in... Why would anyone make that? Huh. Interesting. That sounds like voice acting. Or well, not, I guess technically not voice acting, but more of just like reading a script. Like, I mean, I could do that with this. Oh, you can't read it? I can try and make it big. Hey! Look at me go. I did it. Surprised I didn't mess everything up. But hey, I'm cool with that. That actually makes it easier on me. In a personal... Why? Why is that a thing? Ah. Interesting. I don't know how to feel about that. Things get weird. That's interesting. I mean, doesn't everything get weird at some point? Is there just a weird gate? Sounds too country. I don't know how to fix it. Oh, jeez. Oh. That is something. No, thank you. The worst part is I can make the cringiest of like just garbage from like I could release all the anime tropes. All the anime tropes. All at once. It would be glorious. It'd be a glorious dumpster fire. I should do that one day just for giggles. Just write a trash script of like every anime trope ever. Oh no. It'll be in a I'll print it out and burn it afterwards. That way no one must know. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, I don't know. At some point, like, everything starts out pure and just gets more and more tainted from there because of the internet. YouTube started out pure and wholesome, and now it's just me sitting here at a blank screen. Entertainment. Yeah, people are weird in general. I can vouch for that. When was YouTube ever pure? I mean, not really ever, but I tried to hold on to the fact that it maybe one day was. No, I know it. I know in my heart it wasn't. Not meant to be. See, this is the part where I get stuck, is because I don't know how to initiate the conversation, because, like, I'm not one of those types of people that just starts a conversation out of nowhere. Wow, hey there, Sonny, you look awful tired. That's just, oh my gosh, why? Curse you, Southernisms. What are these writings you see? Basically, this is a script. Essentially, you write out... Everything starts with a slug line. This is a slug line. Basically, a brief introduction of where you're at, what time it is. So, we're exterior, which means outside, at a park. Because, you know, I can't put a specific park in here, because, kind of have to film this, and I don't know what... I can't just go, like, Dallas Park, and then just be like, cool, we're going to that park! I just left it general. And, it's daylight. Greedy and cunning when girl asks. That is pretty cute, Kat. Okay. But he's already got the girl. He's unsure about their future together, and wondering if like he's kind of good enough for her, and like he's worried about if they decide to have kids, how they'll be able to handle it and all that. And so I'm just trying to, like, he's exhausted because like he's just mentally taxing himself trying to figure all this out, while also trying to keep up appearances for her, and I just have to convey that, and ow. Doing in old man voice. Okay, let me get a nice old man voice up in here. Remember, women are unpredictable, greedy, and cunning. When a girl asks you to show how... Oh jeez, chat's moving. Show how tough you are, you say, sure. It'll make you run away. Sure, but it'll make you run away in love with a heartbeat. Interesting. I think I can do that better. Hang on. Let me actually try and highlight this so I can actually read it from just a regular chat. No, I actually came up with the idea. And yeah, it might be a little awkward, but it's... Basically, this is a synopsis, and I'm just trying to iron everything out. Remember, women are unpredictable, greedy, and cunning. When a girl asks you to show how tough you are, you say, sure, but it'll make you run away in love with a heartbeat. I don't know if that makes sense, but I get it. Okay, because, like, basically, the idea is, he came back from the future, and this kind of gets into time travel logic, because, like, essentially what I want to do is, he came back from the future to help him with this relationship problem, because he ends up alone. He ends up screwing it up, and the old man doesn't want that. And I know that logically, this probably will not make sense, because time travel's stupid. But essentially, what he tries to do is end his timeline with, like, helping him kind of stay with the girl. Thus, like, he ceases to exist. But then, you run into the problem of, like, well, if he gets the girl back in the past, then he will never exist in the future, so he'll never come back and save it. So we're just going to not think about that, okay? I know it's a loophole. I know it's horrible logic, but I don't care. Because this is all I have.
Sonny, life isn't like a straight road. You sit and you listen to what your heart says. A woman is just as worried as you about relationships. Just be there for each other. You'll know it's right.
It's all wibbly wobbly, timey wimey stuff. Exactly. Doctor Who isn't perfect, therefore this will not be either. There's a reason why, like, Doctor Who said, #1 rule, don't interfere with your own timeline. Just 'cause it's a mess. Time travel is stupid. I actually like that sunny part. Don't. Yeah. Alright. Sure, Sonata, I would love help, because I am, like, I can probably get, once I get started, I'll be good, but, like, getting started is just a pain in my butt. Then, like I said earlier, romance is not my strong suit. I don't have a lot of experience with romance, so I don't ever, like, write for romance.
On this, Sonny, you look like you're about to pass out on this bench. If I ask you what? Got you so? What
do you think, tuckered out? I probably should do
Big Mac. Yep.
Suddenly, I probably need to write because yeah. No, I don't actually need a. Got misspelled. Oh, oops. No, that's fine. Sarcastic. I mean, the general idea is this old man is actually him from the future, and I mean, I think you already get that, but like, what I wanted to do was just have like the boy, the guy. He's my age. He's not a boy. boy. But turn his head, and the girl calls to him, and so he turns his head to say, "Hey, over here, I'll be there in a minute." And then when he turns back around to say goodbye to the old man's already gone, kind of thing. Because he's already in the relationship. He's just apprehensive about it, and that stress is what causes them to break up, because, like, he's not sure if he wants to take it to the next level, if he, like, wants to move in and stuff like that. And so he never does, and then, like, essentially that's what causes the relationship to kind of wither and die. And that's why the old man's alone in life. And so he uses his years of, wisdom and thinking about it and stuff like that to kind of help the guy along. But in the process of him fixing their relationship, he disappears because, he's no longer, because the guy's with the chick and everything works out, he no longer exists. I don't know. Originally, I was wanting him to go back into the future. I don't know, maybe that's what I'll do, is maybe not have him disappear, but have him, like, he's coming from the future, giving advice, because the boy's apprehensive, and then going back in the future, maybe. I don't know. That seems a lot cleaner. Honestly, this is probably a lot more complicated than it needs to be. Because, like, my previous story was simple, short, simple, spoopy, to the point. Whereas this, I think, is way more complicated than it needs to be. And that's the problem, is I always get overly complicated with relationship stuff. Which is why I don't write them! Okay. Got 1, 2, 3, 4 lines of dialogue here. We could probably add another line. I mean, I guess we could axe the time travel part, but I kind of wanted to keep it in just because it'd be a neat little twist at the end. But at the same time, we might not have enough time to really properly... I don't know. I just thought, like I said, the only reason I'm putting it in there is because I thought it'd be a neat twist at the end to be like, he shares the same name, and, like, as soon as he turns away, he's gone. I don't know. Would there be a chance of Twilight Escape being written, and if so, how? Like, my Let's Play of Twilight's Escape? Jeez, I mean, I could transcribe it, I guess. I don't know why I would. But I probably could. I'd have to rewatch them all. Oh, jeez, that's a whole lot of early Magnus cringe. Man, I could do that series so better now. I really could. Like, I could make that series so much better now. That's funny, isn't it? You think about, like... Because that was, like, my crowning achievement back in the day. It was, like, that series. And, like, now I could be like... Pfft, I can make that series 10 times better with better editing skills, better, like... joke skills and everything else in between. But I don't know, like, that early Magnus is still has his appeal, I guess. Yeah, I don't want to die, so I'm not gonna transcribe over 100 videos into a script because that'd be awful. I would want sweet death's embrace, and I'd rather not do that. Oh, I skipped your comment? I'm sorry, dude. What happened to my account? As far as I'm aware, nothing. I mean, the only reason I haven't played the My Little Pony game from Gameloft is because, honestly, my tablet can no longer run it properly anymore. Like, at a decent frame rate, because the game's so bloated at this point. And on top of that, I've lost kind of all, like, passion for the game, to be honest. Like, it's not that I hate the game or anything, I've played it for so long, and, like, I was thinking, like, okay, I could just buy another tablet. And, like, buy a better, more recent tablet. But the problem with that is, I would lose all my save. And I've put so many hours into that game, to start over, I can't do it again. Just can't. Not at this late stage. I wouldn't want to. And so that's why I just don't know what to do with it. Because, like, I'm stuck in a rock and a hard place of, like, there's nowhere, like, I can't record this thing anymore because literally the game runs at, like, 10 frames a second. It's a slideshow. Yeah, I also have noticed that change as well, and that's kind of why I've just stopped. Just because, like, there's no point in the ponies anymore except for, like, the quests, but it's just, like, you know, I mean, with Friendship is Magic ending anyway, I imagine the app won't last very long either. And, like, I want to be there, like, I want to record at least one final episode on the twilight days of it, and kind of let it sunset off, and be like, this is the final chapter of the My Little Pony game from Gameloft, and then just be done with it, move on to something else. But I just can't, like, muster up the fortitude, I guess, to continue playing it on a regular basis, just because, like, I've been playing not Puzzle Party, but, Pocket Ponies, and it's been a lot more fun. Like, I mean, it's still a free-to-play game, it still has its loot boxes, so that I dislike loot boxes, but it's still, like, relatively fair with, like, giving you a lot of common and rare boxes, and then, you know, you could buy gems if you want to get, like, higher level ponies, which you probably do need in the later, you know, levels, but at the same time, I don't know, it's just, in my opinion, it's a much better, more entertaining game than the My Little Pony game from Gameloft. I feel like the My Little Pony game from Gameloft is a product of its time, because if you think about it, it was released many, many, many years ago, and I feel like the mobile market, at least, has probably moved on from that style of game, and I don't think Gameloft can, and so that's why they kind of just aren't. They're kind of stuck, and, like, they never really updated much. They always just kind of tacked on new things, like the Equestria Girls Dancing minigame. Why in the world have we not had any new songs added to that? Why has the hearts just been useless? Like, why even bother having them if literally you do maybe buy, like, a couple ponies with it and that's it? Like, what are the point? And just a whole lot of other things. I mean, I suppose I could see that. Oh, I forgot my screensavers up. I could see it getting a revamp, I suppose. I kind of just want it to die, though. Just because that way it lets something else, something new and better take its place. Yeah, Pocket Ponies. It's a new MLP game from Budge. darn it. Here we are again. No, you're real annoying, Chrome. Oh man, you mean I'm not the first result? Doggone it. Yeah. Like, essentially, it's kind of like Bust a Move, but with little horses. And, like, Budge makes pretty good stuff. Like, I like Budge as a studio. It's kind of like Pokemon meets, Bust a Move. But I kind of wish they went the route of, like, this, where, like, you know, it's free to try, and then you can buy the full game. Granted, it kind of would have probably made things a little bit hard to actually get all the ponies on that, because, like, you'd just be like, well, how do I get these ponies? Other than loot box microtransactions, but, I mean, I guess it's the best they could do. I mean, I ain't mad. My lane. Bust a Move, essentially it's like, basically like, kind of like Breakout. You know what Breakout is? Except different. Hard to explain. Okay, I don't want to actively, like, does this sound like a real conversation right now? Look like you're about to pass out here on this bench. Mind if I ask you what's going on? Got you so tuckered out? Like, do I make him ask if it's a girl? Oh my gosh. I hate conversations. Maybe I need to drop this idea before it gets started. Go for a different idea. In the same genre. They'll still make it romance, but maybe I need to scrap this idea. Just because this doesn't sound like natural dialogue. This sounds stilted and like I mean, I guess he is prodding for information just because that way, you know, he can get the ball rolling, but it's not a natural, like, actual way someone would talk to somebody. Writing is hard. I don't hate it, but at the same time, I'm not very good at it. I mean, I guess we could go the direct approach. I want to add this, but I really shouldn't. Screw it. Oh, right. Really need. Okay, now I need to reformat this because I can't have 6+ lines of description. Be less watching people as I will. That's just, well, I guess I do have a couple weeks to... Okay, yeah, that's a good idea. We'll fix it later! Worst case scenario, we just write it now, and we might do another stream of this and just work it out as the week goes on. Well, Luke, I mean, he's not gonna mention, like, no mention of time travel will be said. It's up to the reader, or I guess viewer in this case, if it gets produced, to make that kind of connection, or just like leave it at, you know, he's just an old man with the same name as the guy. That's kind of what I want to do, is just like basically make it to where the viewer can decide, and kind of, it's more of like a show don't tell kind of thing, because I don't want to just exposition and like kind of spell everything out, you know, type thing. I've tried, like, because I'm used to writing every little detail out, back before I knew how to script write. And really not thinking about stuff like showing and not telling, and letting the viewer decide for themselves, or leaving things open to interpretation. So, we're just gonna write? I don't care how bad this is, it's gonna be a full load of cringe, a bucket of cringe, and it's fine. Okay, you're not really supposed to put pauses and breaks in it and beat. I don't care. Fix it later. Nice, Luke. Oh man, the only problem with this is I literally have to write 5 pages, and it's just gonna be dialogue, and what topics am I... Oh my gosh! Ugh. It's like I could maybe write 3 pages of this, but like, if nothing changes, then like, what's gonna keep the viewers' interest? Oh my gosh, this is a terrible idea. This is an awful idea. Oh man, I just thought about that. I'm like, wait, I have to write 5 minutes of this, and this is just gonna be 2 people talking for 5 minutes. What topics am I even going to cover? We're in the park on Valentine's Day? That's too mushy for me. Like, this is about as mushy as I can get. The problem is I don't have much experience with, like, romantic relationships. So it's like, I don't know how to write one. I only know, like, the stuff that I know of and experienced myself, and so, like, I don't know how to, I don't know. Jeez, why did I decide this? I mean, it's not too late to scrap the idea and start over, but jeez, I'm gonna have to come up with a new topic. Ah! Okay, let me think. And what I could do is look up another prompt. Like, should we abandon the idea or not? Because, like, what am I gonna write for 5 minutes on? Like, them just going back and forth, being, like, old man give advice. Guy could bring up new topic of, like, destruction. Old man give more advice. I mean... that could work, but, like, what do I do with that? There's only so many topics I could bring up, and 3 minutes of... without a lot of movement, we'd have to do a lot of camera... Oh, this is a terrible, terrible, terrible thing. Okay, I think I need to rework this entirely from scratch. Ugh. Okay, jeez. Well, I'm at least glad this happened before I got on, like, page 3 and was like, oh, this won't work at all. Put some story prompts, see if I can find anything. That's right, I live alone! I'd be concerned about this. Would I be like, I picked up a pizza. Who is in my house? Maybe that'd be an interesting idea to run with. Be like, who the heck's in my house? What's going on? Oh, that'd be great. I might save that one for something. Just because that's an adorable idea of just like, oh my gosh, what is happening? Not Cupid. You meet your doppelganger of the opposite sex and find you are straight. No! Honey, why? These are awful! Oh my gosh! Why would you do this? Oh. Oh my gosh, I needed this. Romantic comedy. Difficulty, both lovers are emotionally mature and have See, what would be a better idea is both of them are emotionally mature, but have terrible communication skills. They can't, like basically they can't confess their love to one another, type thing. That would be better. Big questions here. In the future, romantic attraction is literal. Each person is fitted with an electromagnetic bracelet, which they claim will put you into your put you to your soulmates the day they turn the magnets on and you're waiting. Huh. That's an interesting idea, I guess. I mean, Black Mirror kind of did it better with the whole like dating app as like people, but they're in a dating app. Fortune teller falls in love with her client. Okay. Someone with anxiety falls in love with someone adventurous. Man, if that's not me, I don't know what is. Why the two people are changed forever when they... no. I'd rather not write a intimate thing. And by intimate, I mean way too intimate. Good grief, the amount of detail I'd have to go into on that. No thanks! Plus filming that? No. For PDA is forbidden? What the heck is PDA? I don't want to know. I'm gonna skip that one. Oh, but bad timing. Two mortal enemies fall in love. Man, that... Valentine's Day at a retirement home. That'd be kind of a sweet, cute story, but I'd have to find old people. Oh, no, for your first time. Do you use your power? Interesting. I like the moral dilemma of, like, do they really love you, or is it just your power type thing? It's a neat idea. There are some nuggets of good, but oh my gosh, some of those first pagers, like, oh, geez, why? Never would have guessed that in 48 hours you'd be married. Yeah, that's something. Been the same stranger for months. Finally decided to say hello. Yeah, Princess Cadence is one I've kind of thought of as like, ah. Ah. Oh, geez. I'm not gonna read them. I just wanted story prompts. I did not need a dang list of thingies. I hate writing right now in my life. Okay. Two time-traveling scholars who were complete to publish their paper, but instead turn from enemies to lovers. Man! A clockmaker who falls in love with a fairy they find in an antique clock. Man, let me just green screen a fairy into a clock! That won't take 40 forevers! That is kind of a cute idea, though. Two bachelors... or beachcombers come together, bard, all of them monarch, by whom they're employed. These are some cute ideas. But I'd have to, like, rent out spaces, and I can't afford that. Oops, I opened a new window. So far, I've got... we're an hour in and I've wrote nothing. Good job! This is a fantastic idea. It's for my college class where, well, my videography class, where basically each student submits a script idea, and we choose which script we want to film, and then we film it, and then we edit it, and then we upload it to YouTube. Or not YouTube, but... because I can't upload to YouTube, because... no. I'm not letting the amount of cringe and just... Go up on my channel. No, thank you. I don't need that stress in my life. Okay, these are guaranteed to kick my rating into high gear, man. I hope it's good. And doesn't take 40 forever to load. Of course, Kay. Send me a friend request. I don't care. Adventure. I need romance. Sci-fi, supernatural. I need romance. This is a romance and dramas. The secondary character starts their own business. Why would a secondary character do that? Wouldn't they be the main character? Unless your main character to help succeeds but falls to help it succeed but falls in love and okay, for a minute there I was misreading. Your main character gets a new job working at an evil corporation run by your antagonist, but the work they would be doing could really help people. I guess that's a drama. Interesting. That's the intent, is your script should, like, you want your script to be chosen and then produced. But I've had, like, my last script was, like, second place. And it was a close second. Only lost by, like, 1 vote. But like this one, I wanted to challenge myself more, and I'm gonna die. Thankfully, it's spring break, so I can work on this unhindered, except for work. I work and go to college, and somehow I'm not dead yet. But, yeah, I have to do this, and also do a PowerPoint for the videography class for a different project. And then we have to make a 10-minute movie that's separate from this. And we have to then make a commercial, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm so done. I creatively can't think anymore. Main character and best friends find themselves in a love triangle. I've already done this idea, and I don't want to do it again because it's messy. Although I guess mine was technically like a love square. It was like, it involved like 5 characters, I think. Well, actually, no, it only involved 3. Yeah, 3. Where did he get? Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I can't read the in here. Your character is seriously stressing out, and your protagonist feels the need to reach them in a kind gesture. Does the opposite to help. Going to their romantic interest mother's dance recital. There's a friend house for dinner. Suddenly, someone. Hey, Roxanne. His boyfriend of 5 years surprises them with an engagement ring at dinner with the whole family. They pause for a minute before they answer him. But if he knew their secret, there's no way he would be proposing right now. The whole room is waiting for the response. Okay, that's juicy. I can't think of a secret good enough that's like not, oh, they're cheating. Yeah, Kai, go ahead and friend me, my dude. I don't care. I'll add you on Discord. The party turns out that your character and the other person actually know each other quite well. However, neither of them acknowledges the fact that the character's mom seems really tense when they're at dinner, and they're none of these are. I mean, they're good, but they're not like jumping my trigger here. No, you're fine, my dude. I mean, I don't mind. All the writing help in the world would be nice right about now. If I could just come up with an idea, it'd be great. Because basically this idea spun off from like several ideas I wanted to do, but I just don't think it's gonna work out in the long run. I don't want scintillating. I just want cute romance. I don't want nothing lewd. I don't want nothing weird. I just want romance, man. How hard is this? Let's try this. Okay, now see, why did you start me at the bottom? See, this is actually my comic idea. Except, you know, different. That's basically the main plot of my comic that I want to write. But ha, I can't even write this. Breaking up, unhappy ends. That's Romeo and Juliet, my dude. Losing candidates. Hey Griffey, what is it with everyone in love affairs? No, I don't want a liar reveal. Oh my gosh, I'm having a hard time finding a worthwhile, I guess, love, like, romance plots. Maybe I need to change the genre. Reasons why I stick to mystery, suspense, supernatural stuff, because everything else is pain and suffering! Like, I really like shows like, It's Hard for an Otaku to Fall in Love, because, like, it's good romantic chemistry of, like, two coworkers that have been, like, friends for a long time, but then broke off, and then they came back together at the same job, and they're both otaku, and it's, like, honestly, it's relatable, because it's hard for otaku to find romantic people, because, like, unless you're other otaku, or a really understanding person, you're not gonna get it. Oh, great, a plot generator. Jolly good. What kind of mess am I gonna... That's the same thing I just put in! Okay, fine, whatever. Protagonist. I'm not gonna put names. Just, I don't feel like wasting my time with it. Because it's just gonna gurgle out a thing. You're fine, Kai. I honestly need to do this on my own. Just because, like, it is my school and my class, and I have to do it. And I mean, I don't know, I dislike this. I know I've got other story bops I can go off of. Let me look at my story prompts, see if maybe I've got something hidden away somewhere that I can just spur the gears here. The already did Ghost Rider. I only had 2 ideas, and they're both spooky stories. Well, dang. A reading stream, basically. Originally, we were writing. But then I realized this will not work, and I'm scrapping the whole thing. And it would have been a cute idea. I mean, I guess that's the takeaway here, is it would have been a cute idea, but it just won't work for this particular thing. Probably if we could do 3 pages instead of 5, but I can't figure out what to do for, like, the 5th page. Like, I don't know what I'd do for, like, 5 whole pages. Ugh. To keep people's interest. See, that's good, guy. See, you're a writer. I'm not. As much as I would be into writing, I'm not. Like, I enjoy creating ideas and stuff like that, but I'm just not able to, like, plop everything together cohesively most of the time. There's times I can do it, but, like, then there's times where I'm just like, I don't know what to do. Prompt 1, Monday. Why is there 5 days of... Okay, fine, whatever. I've actually a tragic event. Doesn't involve them, but it alters their relationship. In a significant way. Okay. I mean, one of the things I could think of is like a kid dying, but I don't want to do that. I'd rather not do that. Thank you. Yeah, and, I mean, I get that. And, like, there are some times where it's, like, ideas are just flowing. Like, last script, I finished in, like, a day. Just because I could figure everything out. Everything was just laid out right there in front of me, and I could just grab and write and type, and it was just amazing. But then I have this, where it's like... I didn't know what to do. Oh, there's... Never met outside... When is the moon and when is the sun? Now, I kind of like that, I guess. But... at the same time, I mean... I wouldn't be able to do that, realistically? And that's the problem, is, like, I'm trying not to limit myself to the real world. Because you don't want to limit yourself in writing, I guess. But, like, at the same time, I actually have to film this. So it can't be something, like, gigantic. Like, it can't be, like, a story about an elf and a non-human falling in love and blah, 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 blah. Couple fall in love in a place who's otherwise unhappy. Murder suits both. Your heroine blames your hero for the death of her husband. She vows to revenge. What happens? They end up just together. Your heroine gave you innocence. No, I don't want to write anything like that. Cool, Jordan. Wanted... think what could be a good story idea? Let's Pop that. Future wife murdered him? Oh gosh. I mean, I could do that, but that kind of falls into my wheelhouse of like just spooky, supernatural slash like, I mean that's sci-fi, but still like I mean it falls into my wheelhouse of like just kind of slightly unhinged stuff, and it's like I kind of want to steer away from that. It's good. It's a good idea. I like it. But the problem is I do that. Like, my last script was basically about a guy that dies writing a novel, but his ghost finishes the novel. And I kind of want to, like, try something different that I haven't done before, but the problem is, I haven't done it before, and therefore have no experience in it, and therefore it's just freaking hard! Ah! Oh great, this side again. Man, I really hope I don't find just cringe. Yeah, that's gonna be way too... Like, watching the old man phase out of reality would be way too much to do in a week. Like, it would take me twice that to do it properly, and I don't have that amount of time. So I won't. That's why I said, like, the camera would turn and he'd be gone. Just because I'm not gonna animate an old... Like, I'm not gonna go into After Effects, cut this guy out, and then slowly just chip him out in a way that would work, and I'm just like, ugh, no, I hate life. See, that's part of where this story came from. Was this, and then another where this guy is talking to himself. And then I just spun them together and made that, but it's not gonna work. Ain't got the budget for a Thanos snap. I mean, I guess if I looked up enough tutorials on how to do it, I could, but good gravy, I'd be like, I want to die. Because After Effects and me, like, never get along. We know each other exists, and I've used After Effects before, but I don't like it. And I know it's good and stuff, but I'm like, no, you're too much. Just, yeah. Romance told through a series of texts. Oh, that would be fun. Not. Young boy working up courage to ask his longtime crush to dance with him at a school dance. I'm not gonna go wrangle some kid actors for this job. No thanks. I don't feel like doing that. I'm waiting list to check out a library book for months. The other person is a long overdue book. But you know what would happen there? I'd have to go to a library, and geez, I'm not gonna. I don't know how I'd make a 5-page script out of that. I mean, I could, but I don't wanna. No! Yes, please, copyright. copywriter lawyers, please come to my door and just bash my face in with your cease and desist, please. Write a love poem about a recently received text message. Man! I got a lot of those. Hot. Funnily enough, Kyle, or Kai, that was part of a, like, old, like, I'm talking, I was in 4th grade. I guess it would be called fan fiction in this day and age, wouldn't it? Like, old fan fiction I wrote when I was in 4th grade, and it was like 10 pages long and still was going, and I put it on floppy disks, and oh my gosh, that brings me back. Jeez, it was so awful. Like, oh my gosh, was it awful. I don't have it anymore. Like, I don't even have anything that could read floppy disks to begin with, but oh my gosh, it was bad. I just remember scenes from it, I'm like, oh my gosh, why were you thinking that? You dumb little boy. No! Never! I never want to do that! Ever! That's just no, that's bad. Situational irony. Comes true. That's Death Note-y. Huh. Story ideas. But is this literally gonna take me to the thing I'm... This. Story ideas. This is just gonna take me... I mean, this place is good, but... Maybe there's something in drama. I also haven't done drama. Nope. Not about it. Plane's missing suddenly appears. Man, let me just rent out a plane. That's fine. I'll just go, you know, ask my buddy at the airline spectacular and be like, hey, yo, I'm gonna borrow your plane roll, like, for a week. Don't worry about it. Actually, my mind keeps heading back towards that, that one really weird one. What was it? See. I'm gonna open these last few. Design with you. One of you. Up here it is. Okay. My mind keeps coming back to this one just for the like, what? What? Like idea of it. I think I can work with it. Maybe. What I could do is make a character like he comes home every day, tired, and like suddenly he slips into like either an alternate reality or Maybe that's a little too complicated. Hmm. Yeah, Kai, I mean, that could work, but I just don't, like, I think I'm gonna abandon that idea just because I can't write a 5-page script on just 2 people talking. I don't know, I don't think it'd make for entertaining content. Like, what would I do with this? Like, because I don't want to just go the route of, oh, crazy chick was inside house, and just kind of is there. Or stalker chick, you know, type thing. I don't want to do that, just because that's too easy. But I think I want to do something with this. I don't know why this in particular idea is calling to me. I don't know why. It's a weird thing to say, but I'm just saying, like, it, for some reason my mind keeps thinking, like, how can I make that work? Like, how would that work? Because, like, unless you go with, like, alternate timeline, he slips into another dimension or whatever, like, someone just doesn't just appear in your house. Like, unless you do the whole stalker chick type thing, but that's too complicated to set up in 5 pages. Because, like, yeah, I mean, I guess it's not, but, like, I wouldn't have enough time to really set up the idea of it. Ugh. And yeah, I could play into the silliness of it, be like, what are you doing in my house? Well, I live here now. What do you mean you live here now? What? Why? This is my house! I mean, I could play into the silliness of it. I suppose, make a comedy out of it. Not sure how to feel. The littlest hobo! Yeah, probably that would be important. Erg. Hey Hannah, how you doing? Basically what we're doing is writing. And originally I had a story idea and was writing it, but then I realized it wouldn't work. And so now we're rewriting everything. I mean, I could do it with the initial idea of, like, him being terrified of it. But how would you go about, like, after, like, the first page, maybe, you could be like, what the heck? And then, but then, like, where would you go with that story after that? Like, what would you do with it? Yeah, it's a thing. I've never been particularly fantastic with writing. Ugh. And the problem is it has to be a bare minimum of 5 pages. It can go up to 8, but 5 is the bare minimum. And I've never been able to get up to 8 because I've just been like, no. Trying to think of what I could do with this. Create a script. Make a script. You know, make script. Okay, Fudge. I need an idea. And I don't got one. Gosh, I hate when that happens. Writer's block's a pain in my butt. I don't want to get... I want to at least leave this stream with an idea. Alright, I can't write my name right now. I wish my buddy was here. He's a writer. I'm not. And he could probably help me bounce ideas off. I really want to do a romance novel. Or not a novel, but a script. I really want to do one. Ugh. Because it's so hard to think of an idea that's not been done to death. Okay, so think, what? The thing is, I don't watch a lot of romance. Maybe that's what I need to do. But I don't have time for that! Be in the foot. Let's write a story. I'd like to do that. I need to do that. Alrighty, see you later, mate. Most writers have too many thoughts. Me. I've got nothing. Interesting idea. Like that idea. Okay. Oh my gosh, why? What is this? I don't even want to know. Character's orphaned. That's not fun. Character discovers a ghost. Okay, I've already done that. Character's relationship ends. Character's deepest fear is holding his or her relationship or career back. Based on a thing? I mean, not really. You could do the story behind, like, a wedding ring, but, like, then you just go into generic, like, love territory. Or, like, generic, like, relationship territory, I guess. That Katamari's everything? Not that I can really think of. See, what would be a neat story idea, or at least concept, would be like a box of chocolates, but each chocolate holds a memory. Type thing. But that could work. You'd have to make a memory for each flavor of chocolate. A bitter memory, sad memory for, like, dark chocolate. I mean, that's stupid. But it's just stupid enough to work. Isn't there, like, an old saying that love is like a box of chocolates? Or something? That might work. I mean, it could. Because each story could last a minute. You could have like 5 to 8. You could even expand that out to 8 minutes if you want to do the whole relationship. No, it's completely free writing, Hannah. I only chose romantic because I struggle with romantic writing. And so I wanted to try and challenge myself writing-wise. I've done other scripts with, like, you know, horror and mystery and stuff like that. I've stayed away from romance. But no, this is a script writing, well, a cinematography class, where basically we have to write a script of 3 to 5 or 5 to 8 pages, and then present it to the class and see if it gets chosen to do in production or to go into production, and then we make it and blah blah blah. But I kind of like that idea of chocolate being like each chocolate holding a memory. How would you set that up though? Okay, hang on. I need to write this down. Otherwise, I'll forget. Yeah, I think that honestly, the old man concept, I'm still gonna keep that just in case I can flesh it out later. I think that would honestly be better for like a Pixar style short where it's like 3 minutes maybe, something like that. I think that would be a much better idea. But for a 5-page script, I just don't know how I could pull like I could stretch that concept to 5 minutes without it coming off as like just kind of meandering. Granted, I don't know if this idea could work. Just because, like, I like the idea of, like, an anthology type thing, but I'd have to get a lot of actors, and I don't have that kind of budget. So I could focus on on a couple. The problem is, I would need to have, like, a boy and girl, and don't have a lot of female actors that can do this, and oh my gosh. Like, I'm not trying to get caught up in all the technical, like, hoo-ha, because, like, that's never good for a story, because, like, you'll sit there and be like, well, I can't do this, can't do this, can't do this. And I don't want to limit myself with that. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't have a lot of actors to do this with. I think this is a neat idea. But I just don't know how I'm going to pull it off. Ever watch Evolution Squad? I have not watched Evolution Squad. That sounds neat. Is it about EVs? Google them real quick. Oh, it's a little comic. Looks cute. I don't know what it is. Oh, that's adorable looking. Ah. Sorry, now I'm just looking at comics. Oh, okay. I was thinking, oh wait, these are folders. Oh no, wait, never mind. Oh, that's kind of cute. Oh gosh. Okay, never mind. I was thinking that, oh my gosh. Why are there so many pages? Oh my god. Why are there... It's still going. It's still going. Why? Oh, why? Oh, sweet Celestia on toast. Why is this so long? Why is this so much? Why? It should just be cute Eevees doing cute things. Not a freaking novel. I didn't need this in my life. Saving this for later. Well, I mean, the other problem is, where am I gonna find a box of chocolates around this time of year? Like, I should have done this in February. Where I could, like, just go down the street and buy, like, a box of chocolate to use as a prop. Now I actually have to, like, search and find one. I could do it, though. Probably just order one off Amazon. And then I'll have a treat after I finish filming. Haha! It's a double entendre. Okay, so do I want to pursue this and develop this chocolate idea further, or abandon it on the wayside? Okay, so if we pursue it, we would have to do only a couple. Could I get a female actress? I mean, I could do a LGB couple, I guess, but I'd have to get a lot of permission slips or consents or, like, any sort of romantic thing from them if they're okay with that. Oh, and that's a big can of worms. So that limits my options even further. Okay, I hate that I have to film this, because if I didn't have to film it, I could just go. Wouldn't care. But since I have to film it, I have to keep in mind about the reality of how much people and budget and junk I have, so that way we don't have to rewrite the whole dang thing later. I mean, the school wouldn't... I don't think the school would care, but the actors might. Like, the actors might be like, no, I'm not going to, you know, kiss slash... You know, they're not going to kiss him slash her, you know, type thing. Or anything like that. I don't know. Maybe I should just drop the whole romance concept in general. Go for, like, a... I don't want to do comedy. I'm not good at comedy. I mean, maybe I could do a comedy. I'm not good at funny. I don't know how to do jokes. I just recycle memes. Plus, comedy is freaking hard to pull off because you have to either, like, you have to know how to land a joke, and I don't. My jokes are not good at all. Your viewers are all aghast. I mean, it's kind of the truth. You don't really hear me making a lot of jokes unless it's like situational stuff. Like, that's the thing, is I can be comedic and probably funny, but I have to be in a situation. I can't just write a joke. Because, like, I don't ever, like, script, like, Let's Plays and stuff, I never script anything. except for, you know, if I need to script something. But, like, so, like, there are usually jokes that, like, never land. Or anything like that. Or I don't know if they land, because honestly, I don't ever know how people react to my videos, but... Like, I've got an April Fool's video I plan to do, involving Futaba. But I don't know, like, I'm not, like, thinking of jokes. I'm basically gonna rehash, like, a Old Spice mixed with Power Thirst video, and just kind of make it my own. I mean, you're probably not wrong there, Kai. I mean, I wouldn't know, but I just don't know how I do a comedy. Ah, no, Audacity! No, go away! No! Stop! I mean, let's search some comedy stuff here. See, I don't see how either of these are very comedic. That's not comedic at all. I mean, I guess you could make it comedic, but I'd just turn it into a drama. I'd be like, I'm leaving because my wife is trying to kill me or something. I don't know. Yeah, these aren't helping at all. I mean, we... I at least want a story idea. We don't have to write anything now. I just need... I need a dang story to write about before this stream ends. Because I don't know what to do. Oh, man. I hate that. I hate that I don't... Like... I'm glad I found out that story idea wasn't gonna work. For 5 pages. Like, I'm glad I figured that out ahead of time. Because if I'd gotten further into it, I'd have been really upset. But I now need to come up with a totally new idea. And oh my gosh, is it hard. I just need an idea in general at this point. I don't even care if it's romance anymore. Brain's not working. Yay! I mean, I guess, Luke, but the problem is how would I expand that plot out to 5 pages? Like, that's the bare minimum we have to hit. And, like, what could I do? Because, like, the conversation, I mean, could go... Like, I mean, we could go for, like, 2 pages maybe on this idea, but, like, where would I go after that? What could I do? I mean, I suppose we could have it go over several days, but that's gonna be so hard to do from, well, not necessarily. As long as you don't change the time of day. Maybe... What interests me? Nothing. I don't know. Anime? Honestly, I don't know. Like, that's the thing is, like... Right now, there's, like... I've literally exhausted myself because this class is so demanding creatively, and like I've just burnt myself out on like ideas. Like I can't think of anything to do for this project, just because like I just don't have the time to sit and properly develop a narrative and characters, because we only have a week to do each thing, and like. This has to be 5 minutes, and then the movie, which we have to do, has to be 10, which I'm not looking forward to, because, like, I don't even know what I do for that. And then we have to do a commercial, which is 30 seconds, which... Okay, fine. I just have to come up with a product. Easy mode. Everything else is just pain and suffering. So I don't know what... I mean, I guess... We could have him, the old man, like, be there multiple days in script. But, like, just shoot for 1 day. Just make a spam commercial. I'm pretty sure the copyright owners of spam would have a problem with that. I really wanted to do an animatic for this commercial, but I don't think I'd be able to. Not with my time frame. Because, like, I'd have to draw a lot. Don't know what we could do with this. Where could I go with this? I could have him talk about, like, give him one piece of advice, guy leaves, does said advice, comes back next day, old man gives more advice, but, like, does that, like, would that be interesting to watch? Really just don't think Because, like, the whole idea kind of falls apart if we do it multiple days. I guess it doesn't, but... Yeah, like, it's just, there's too much. Like, there wouldn't be enough going on in the scene to really... I mean, you could do that for the first minute, but then I just feel like... we'd have to get more actors. I really, like, I'm pushing it with the female at all, because we literally have, like, 5 guy actors and, like, a couple females. And, like, I mean, it'd just be such a scheduling nightmare to try and get the female to do, like, to get multiple females. Plus, I still have to find an old man for this one. And I don't know any old men that could act. Yeah, I think this idea is best left on the cutting board. Because I just don't see how we can conceivably do this script without, like, heavily having something of a budget. Oh my god. Okay, think. I mean, it's part of being in a college class, my man. I mean, you're working with, like, a shoestring budget and a group of people. There's not a whole lot we can do. And unfortunately, I'm an overly ambitious person, so, like, I always try and just, like, go the extra mile on everything. I go plus ultra on, like, everything I do. And that sometimes bites me in the butt. Especially in creative endeavors like this. What could we do? What would be unique enough? What if we... Could we... What if we brought a Max Payne style film into existence? Like an old black and white film style. Oh yeah, I'm sure it would have, Luke, but, like, that's the problem. Like, what if we did, like, a old, like, something stylistic, but how would you portray that in a script? So you'd have to, I'd have to either convey that through... Well, the problem is that would be the editor's job, not technically the script writer. So you wouldn't be able to properly say, like, hey, make this all black and white. It would be a cool stylistic thing, but that doesn't help a story. We could do like a crime noir, but I don't know. I just don't know a lot about crime noir. I like the idea of it, but I wouldn't know where to begin making a noir style thing. What could we possibly do with this? Nightmare. Like, this is bad. Here I was thinking, oh man, I'm gonna knock this out tonight, it's gonna be great. And the opposite happened. Oh well. We'll just have to figure it out. And all we can do. See if I can find something in here. I hate that my brain is like turned to mush. Go away, ad. Go away. Away. Not helping. Only room fear of spiders and a sinister stranger. Taxi, an old enemy in a Valentine's Day. You know, that would be neat for the crime noir thing. Make it like, write the title, Lover's Lane. Like have an old grizzled detective lost his girl to an old enemy, like, or like a criminal that got away, and like on Valentine's Day, the anniversary of her death, like old man, the detective gets a box of chocolates on his desk with a note attached, something something something, so, see you soon or whatever, and like he goes off to try and find this enemy. Be interesting. Like a mush watch, peppermint, and a hug that goes too far. I don't know how I feel about the last part. Aerobics, a secret diary, and something unpleasant under the bed. I don't know what I would do with aerobics. An ex-boyfriend, a pair of binoculars, and a good luck charm. Going boss, a bikini, and a fake illness. Chick buys a new bikini, fakes her illness. Says her boss is annoying, so boss is like, hey, I need you to come in. Chick like, no, I got sick. Goes to beach. First day of school, a love note, and a recipe with a significant mistake. The mistake was the love note. A horoscope, makeup, and a missing tooth. Huh. Campfire, a scream, and a small lie that gets bigger and bigger. See, that would be good for, like, a slasher flick. I mean, kids camping at night, they hear a scream, it's supposed to be a prank, and, like, you know, they're trying to play along with it, and it just gets bigger and bigger out of hand. Thing. 4 stories in 4 weeks using these 4 stories. Babysitter snooping around her employer's house and finds a disturbing photograph. First off, lady, you shouldn't be invading your employer's personal privacy like that. That's just wrong. Music ad. Oh, there it is. Character's boss invites you and her husband to dinner. Your character wants to make a good impression, but her husband has a tendency to drink too much and say exactly what's on his mind. Wow, okay, no? No? No sounds like a good plan. Your character's first day at a new school. He or she wants to give a fresh start. No, I don't want to do anything in school because I don't want to film inside the school. It's too much of a hassle. Character tells parents that he's getting a divorce. He knows his parents will take his wife's side. Wow, that's awkward. I'm not renting at an airport. That's... Oh. He hangs up instead of going to the police. Your character decides to take matters in her own hands. That's dangerous. A small marijuana plantation behind the garage. Man, let me just get all that dank weed and just like plant a perfect seed, but it's not really a seed. It's just a legitimate marijuana plantation we found. Yeah, sure. Missionary visits her character's home and attempts to convert her religion. Your character trying to get rid of him. No. Don't want to go into that minefield. Character caught shoplifting. The shop owner says that she won't call the police in exchange for a personal favor. Okay. Visiting this parent over a holiday, return books. Okay, well, I think I'm just spinning my wheels. Just sad. Ugh. I'm annoyed. Alright, well... just close her down for the night. Because I can't... I'm just literally spinning my wheels. I'm gonna actually save the story idea, though. Might use that for something later. Chalk... Oh. Yeah. Alrighty, guys. Well, unfortunately... sometimes in the creative process, things don't work out like we think. But, I'm glad you guys stuck around for 2.5 hours of nonsense. Oh well, sometimes that's just how the cookie crumbles. But, probably I'll try and come back next time with something better? Maybe? If I'm not completely burnt out. Which I'm really hoping I'm not. Because that's not good. I need to break through this writer's block because I have this for a class. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you have a fantastic day. Again, sorry for basically the worthless content this is, but, you know, sometimes that's just how it goes. If you've ever experienced horrific writer's block at a time where you really didn't need writer's block in your life, let me know in the comments below. But anyway, guys, I'll catch you later. Maybe tomorrow, maybe not. I don't know. Because I've got a lot more stuff to do, and oh gosh, this is gonna be tight. But yeah, anyway, I'll catch you later. Toodles!